want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Minshew, 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry now for Thompson. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Minshew throwing complete to Westbrook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and
The
goal.
pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They give it here to Thompson, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Ball carrier.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. Hand off to Thompson, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Minshew. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
At their own 21-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
Happy
10.
for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the second round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the second round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalued, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. This guy can cut, burst, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Third down.
For that, the 60.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Lions nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Caleb Chason brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
28-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Going deep for Eifert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted by
With the number 3 overall pick, the Detroit Lions zeroed in on Ohio State corner Jeff Okudah, who is now one of 11 corners to go in the 1st round out of Ohio State since 1999. And since the Lions played man defense almost all the time, it plays exactly into his skill set. What a big year he had last year. Great confidence. Rarely takes a false step. And he will tackle in the run game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
10. And the Lions.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd and long.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
218, chop, go, go. All
right, D, let's go. All right, D. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Minshew sets to throw. That is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. But now it'll be third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
You got Ocean Man. You got Ocean Man right there. Let's go.
Hey, Orbit.
40, Mike 40. Here we go, D. Mike 40, Mike 40.
From the 41, Minshew into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. This offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Stafford here. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4-yard pickup on the play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Looking down. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
9-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. To the air again, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
Complete to number 11.
Marvin Jones.
Touchdown.
As the first half is winding down. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the...
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfect.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way in.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Golladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Golladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and he stopped immediately there.
The ball carried.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brought down right.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Mike 40, Mike 40. All day. Topper, topper. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, lock it. 3 butt, 3 butt, 3 butt. Swiss, hut. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Get it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one nearly... ...30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Lions first down.
On first down, Swift. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Taken down.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the Lions first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Chris Conley.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Zipper!
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Bravo!
Me and you. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Jaguar 1st down as Minshew finds Westbrook.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. It'll be Minshew again. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Oliver. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
James. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Check. 42's the mic. Get your swerve on. Hey, Echo. 42's the mic, boys. 42. Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
61, matchbox lights. It's our time. It's our time. Mike 40, check, he's cut out.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Go. Hey, exit. Mike's 40. Rock it. Watch the pass. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
22 jet bomber. Mike's 40. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, 40's Mike.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Schobert on the tackle.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it in.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself confident.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
To Marvin.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Swift on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Come on now, let's go.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
At the 19-yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be caught inside the 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing here, Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will